Day 2 at the NAIA Men's Golf National Championship had its share of fireworks. An early morning storm suspended play, putting the day's tee times nearly 90 minutes behind schedule. The tournament on Day 1 had finishers pushing the end of usable daylight. Wednesday's shortened play forced officials to consider their options.
We experienced a weather delay earlier this morning that we're tending to and figuring out some options to remedy the situation going forward. With any outdoor sport, there's a few factors that you have to plan for. The number one is the weather, making sure you stay up on that weather forecast. There has to be fair and safe playing conditions for the players to compete in. That's also another factor as well that you have to take into account when you're playing an outdoor sport such as men's golf, where the conditions are priority.
You get rain. I mean, obviously, if there's electricity, lighting in the area, you have to have stoppages. But the course drains really well. So, I mean, if there isn't, really heavy weather, with lightning and thunder, typically you can play through the rain, and the greens don't puddle up or anything like that. So, this course is well maintained. I mean, they have state-of-the-art PGA equipment, to keep things moving along, and people to work, the event and stuff like that. So. Yeah, it's just a matter of, if there's heavy weather, sometimes there might be some delays, but I'm confident we'll get the weekend.
Despite the questionable weather, Northwest Christian's Levi Dean will remember this day for the rest of his life. Oh. This is Dean's reaction of his hole-in-one on the par 3 16th hole.
I don't think he really knew what to feel. He's kind of the type of guy who's just cool with whatever. He kind of played it off like it wasn't a big deal. I'll tell you what, I mean, if I was a player and I made a hole-in-one at Nationals, that'd be a pretty cool thing. I've never made a hole-in-one in a tournament. I've just made one outside of tournaments, so I think it's pretty cool for him to do that. And we had another kid who made a hole-in-one on the team about 2 months ago, and so that was the first one in school history for a hole-in-one in a tournament. And so this is being the second one, so the second one of the year, so that's pretty cool, yeah.
Day 2 is typically a day where teams jockey for position. The tournament field will be cut after 54 holes, leaving just the top 17 teams and 40 individuals for Friday's third and final round. The weather forecast looks good for the third round, but showers could re-enter the picture on Friday.
The championship will happen, and the last day to get it all in is Friday, so can't play anymore after that.
The latest team scores, individual standings, course stats, summaries, updated tee times, and live scoring. It's all available at naia.org.